That's his name is Nathan Florence. He did a video. I haven't watched all of it yet, but I stopped it because he mentioned something about adrenaline, the adrenaline rush, right? He loves that adrenaline rush, the group rush, right? You know, those that are heroin addicts out there know what a rush is, right? Shooting crack, a rush. Everything's energy, right? They get a rush of energy. So when he mentioned surfing Jaws, or he surfs around the world, okay, and naturally, I not to have to put a qualifier in every one of my videos, but what I share on all my videos, what I learned from observation and direct experience, what it felt like, what it feels like to be in the water, what it feels like to be able to take off on a free wave, which is free energy, right? Because down here in La Poi Hoi, the water is very powerful. It's not the same as it is on Hilo if you go in there, because there's surfers on the east side where Hilo is, where the airport is, where the county council, and it's not coincidence why the courthouse is 777, right? And they don't even bother to put a -7 in front of it either. So they're lying about that too, right? Um, but the water down here, you can tell by looking at the colors. It's like a silver blue in a lot of places where the humpback whales birth their calves. So the surf is not going to be the same everywhere else you go, depending on getting cleaned up and getting a powerful charge to get all the dirty goo codes off, that you pick up from jeans warming, right? And so, I so obviously I don't mean any disrespect or dishonor to anybody that chooses to surf and make that their life's passion, because that was what I knew as a child, was to follow your passion, right? And so we're again back to not imposing our will on somebody else, right? You're free to do whatever you want to do from what you're learning by what you're doing, because that's how you learn, direct experience, right? But I observe it through sort of a different lens when you realize you're an individual unit of energy with a soul and a spirit, because I'm experiencing what love is. And this is where the difference sort of comes in about adrenochrome, the adrenochrome and energy harvesting off of children, the adrenaline rush, right? Wow, man, the adrenaline from that, because it's like survival mode. Because you take off on something that big can kill you, because the amount of energy that is represented by that much water and energy can kill you. I know, because I nearly experienced that. And only a 15-foot wave in Hanalei Bay, where I got catapulted like a rocket and went airborne horizontally. And that huge wall of water came right down on top of me and pushed me down like being a ping pong ball in a washing machine. And I must have tried to swim up. It's put this way: if I wasn't already in what I call expert swimming shape to swim in the Hawaiian Islands against such powerful waves, energy, currents, I'd have never made it to the top. No way. I barely got my first breath by being able to reach up. So I know what it's like to experience the adrenaline, which is a rush. So that's where the word came up with what we call junkies, energy junkies, looking for a fix, right? And the fix comes from, wow, I'm experiencing an altered state of consciousness, because after that rush, now the water tumbles down and you've made it back and out of that wave. We don't feel the same thing anymore, do we? So it's the rush, that adrenaline rush, and those are called adrenaline junkies. Get the picture? Adrenaline junkies. They're hooked on adrenaline, which is adrenochrome. Okay? Put that in the foot locker. Now, the other side of that, obviously, and I've known this, is that when you're an experimenter or you're experiencing through the energy that you experienced in your mirror, when you're experiencing what love is energy. So when you're experiencing being on fire with that much energy that you're experiencing through your heart and your soul, you're naturally giving energy away because that energy is so powerful to experience. Now you begin to realize through the experience of experiencing love energy, that's the most powerful energy to experience because that energy does no harm. And that's the energy that catapults your creative mind into acceleration mode. And now that you're in acceleration mode, you're now spinning faster with your magnet to attract more light and go faster in vibration. Now you're giving away more stars' energy. Wow. So when you're accelerating your energy vertically, consciousness is on top and lower frequency is on the bottom. As above, so below. So you realize that love is like a built-in fail-safe of higher consciousness realms, higher spiritual realms, because the spirit, which is what love is, it is on fire to give away energy, because that love energy is so powerful, so that wherever you find love and living spirit, you'll find us giving away love energy.